Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hi. All right. Okay. It's Monday. It's another Monday, and welcome you guys to join our section today. Okay. Let me share my screen. All right. All right. Okay. So it's another Monday. So good afternoon, everyone. This is Elkie here with guys today for our weekly market outlook section. Okay, so yeah, so before we start the section, just to let you guys know, for you guys that have been um um consistently joining our sections, thank you very much for joining our section. Thank you for your support, all this. However, this will be the last section of the weekly market outlook section. Okay, as we have decided to end this series on our Facebook, and we might switch. We might have a different marketing direction in future. So we might have other programs, other thing to come up. So do stay connected with us, our social media, for further updates here. All right. Okay. So thank you very much for your support, and look. Let's start our section for today. Okay. If we look into our local market today, we can actually see that today our market is somehow full with some bearish sentiment. Okay, one of the reason is this week is very volatile week. Is heavy data week, whereby we're gonna have US inflation data to be released, I believe tomorrow night, and also on Thursday 3 a.m. we will have the US Federal Reserve FOMC meetings to announce what gonna be the latest interest rate decision, okay, for December. All right. For Malaysia wise, we do not have any MPC meeting today's this month, so we're not gonna have any change on our OPL. That's why we're gonna see how the tone will be, the Fed's official, how gonna be their tone, and that could affect our Bank Negara rate decision moving forward. All right. So this week, with these two big data coming in, I believe the market will be moving in more towards um, sideways direction. Okay. But does it mean that we should just avoid the market in this case? It's actually good for us to look into what the market will be thinking, what where the market will be looking at it. Okay, ahead of the Fed's meeting, sometimes we do see some of the buying in some like banking stocks. Okay, some of the banking stocks like that recently we see some uh, buying interest coming in, like ABNB is one of it that I think it looks quite interesting at this moment. Okay, so for those who believe that every time when banks when it comes near to FOMC meeting or comes near to OPR rate, that's increase in the bank stocks, and you're interested into it, then you can look into ABNB. Okay, yeah. So you can see this is a very small compress coming into a triangle like that. Okay, where we might see a short term upward movement. Okay, another one will be CMB. Okay, CMB. CMB is also after the gap down is rebounding. Okay, supported with along with the 30 days moving average. So for short term traders ahead of Thursday, we will see it test 5 ringgit 73 cents to cover gap, and further breakout we might see it retest the 5 ringgit 90 cents level. Okay, but do bear in mind, if we look into the bank stocks, it has been rallying since um we don't want to look at 2020. Okay, we look into the reason one is like for this year 2020, it has moved up quite a fair bit. Okay, especially starting in, if we look into March wise, is more up more than 20+% from the low. And if from the last year closing wise, then it's up about also 10% already. Okay, and for some of it, like the ABNB that I mentioned just now, if we look into it, ABNB wise from closing last year until right now is actually up more than 30% already. Okay, so when you are trading into banking stocks, all this, we do know that the share price has most of it the share price has increased. Okay, and some of them they have increased substantially. So if we are really trading on it, then we might really want to do a short term trading rather than just keep on buying up. Okay, as the impact has kicked in, and um we might start seeing markets start to position for a potential slower in the rate heights. Okay, yeah. So when that kick in, the the interest margin for the bank, it might not be that attractive anymore as it used to be. Okay, for the past 6 months to 9 months, where the market has been always talked about. All right. Okay. So other than other than that, okay. Remember the last week we were talking through some of the counters. Okay, like one of it is data prep. Were discussing on last Monday, which is 5th of December, what it was still at 17, 18 cents, and on the same day, just very lucky that it has shoot up all the way up. Okay, from 18 cents to all the way to 34 cents. Okay, so that would be about almost 100% up from the bottom. Okay, so does it mean that this stocks it will come all the way down because since it has up so much, right? All right. So what can we do is we can see what is the volume that has traded in these 2 days in this period of time. If we look into the um, weekly charts, okay, we can see for last week, on data prep, it has traded 0.65b. Okay, and if we look into how many share it has, okay, on data prep is only 674 million. Okay, so it actually means that almost all the shares has changed one hand already. So does so in this case, if we look into this scenario, does it mean that if there's any distribution of the traders who accumulated at the down here below 20 cents, does it mean they will be able to distribute it? Yeah, possible. They might able to distribute part of quite big part of their position. Okay, given such a huge number of the shares has changed hand. Okay, yeah. So in this scenario, what we might see is we might see further consolidation. So for the traders who jump in and buy during these days over here, they might get frustrated, or they might not gonna hold the position and let go. So what we might expect on data prep is a slow pullback. Okay, potentially it might support at 20 cents area. Okay, before we can see another round of moving upwards to retest this area. Okay, at 36 to 30, 32 to 36, 32 to 36, 33 to 36 cents area. Okay, to retest again. And if really it able to re-break, then this time we might see a further up move to 54 cents. Okay, but the thing is we do not know when it gonna happen. Yeah, okay, it might happen early January, it might happen February, we do not know. But what we know, the good chances what gonna happen for the next 2 weeks is we likely to see pullback, but in a mild way. Okay, it might drop slowly. What if we see see a very strong selling all the way down to 20 cents. Okay, if we see such a strong selling, okay, these short-term traders who are in, they are likely to cut loss, and hence we might expect a technical rebound one if it's the 20 cents support level. Okay, a rebound, it can be a mild one then goes away, or it can be a really strong one. Then we have a different landscape that happening in for this stocks data prep. Okay, so for some of you guys who are interested into some of these kind of stocks that are more towards short term and more technical based, okay, some of it that you can look into will be like Fitters. Okay, we can see Fitters at this point, okay, after it has been selling down, okay, or the highest in 2021, it was 50 cents. The selling down happening here, all this volume right over here are the selling volume, okay, and the accumulation area, the accumulation signal only happened right over here, okay, at somewhere near the 10 cents or even 6 cents area, okay, and recently we start seeing the volume coming in and we break higher at 9.5 cents. Okay, the volumes just start picking up. Today is the second day at 11.5 cents. So the resistance, it might come at 20 cents, and also the next one will be somewhere around 16 cents. Okay, so for those who wanted to trade this kind of counters, yeah, you may look into it, and it gave a high reward, but it also come with a high risk. Yeah. Okay, so besides that, another two will be PGB. Okay, PGB, this shares has been quiet, and then it's just starting to forming the rounding up with some volume kicking in. So this is an illiquid shares, you have to know, and it's unlikely that you're able to do contra for these shares. If you really commit and want to go into it, it's likely that you have to hold through it. Okay, uh, and also for this shares is the sign of accumulation at this part is not really that strong yet, so this might be a false break rebound, and it might continue to go into the sideway until we see stronger signal on accumulation. Okay, so for those who are trading PGB or enticed by its breakout on last Friday, do bear in mind about this thing. Okay, um, another one that I found it's quite interesting will be P Glob. Okay, P Global is contraction based, which come in line with the recent interest of markets into construction and also building materials. Okay, yeah, we can see the volume are building up very strongly, and the this stocks has been started to more actively traded at this time, and with the consolidation, this might form into a lower base and uh, have an upward movement to upward view towards the immediate resistance around like here, 24.5 cents. Okay, and also the strong one at 30 cents area. Okay, for P Global. All right. Okay, so for those who really interested into all this um more towards really super penny stocks, these are some of the counters that you can monitor and look into it. Okay, so we done with the super penny stocks. Okay, Rico has one, which is Icon. Okay, we can see Icon right over here. It has given a dividend of 6.7 cents. Okay, 6.7 cents for a stocks which is at 50 cents. That is a really huge. Okay, it's really a very attractive dividend amount that being given up. Okay, but do bear in mind that the stocks actually has when the rumors or speculation of the dividend will be given out, the stock has been moving from 8.5 cents all the way to 16 cents already. So six, if we take it as 7 cents, it has fully reflected the dividend they're gonna pay out, and then it just all the way gap down. All right, so it might stay below here, stay below at the lower range level, with some rebound towards 10 cents. Okay, for Icon. All right, Rico. Okay. All right. Since we has been talking about um into some of the construction as a property just now. Okay, so what's going on for construction and property? Okay, we can see that recently um there are quite a number of property companies. They release quite a good result. I believe the whole sector could be benefiting from a better quarterly result since their base has been really low last time. Okay, uh, so for property stocks, it might continue to see further upside buying. Okay, further rebound, especially those has been bottoming. Okay, so um if we look at some of those big one like SP Satya, we can see SP Satya has been going on a trend. Okay, it has been going on the trend, and it has made quite some quite a rally from the bottom of 40 cents to right now is 75 cents. Okay, so if we see any pullback, it will be reasonable to have some pullback happening in terms of the chart wise, and this level will be a good level for those who wish to buy into property stocks and hold it for some time, and this would be a level that might go sideways and consolidate in this area. So it could be an area that we might see some accumulation happening. Okay, yeah. And other than that, EcoWorld, okay, we can see EcoWorld has formed a bottom here, now bottom here at the same level, 55, 55.5 cents, and then rebounded all the way to the resistance at 70 cents. So for EcoWorld, I would say that it is forming the bottom. Okay, we can see it is forming the bottom, exactly the same bottom that happened in the year 2021. Okay, so for those who prefer EcoWorld better, you do want to watch out closely for the breakout of 70 cents, and then it might trend upwards towards the immediate resistance at 893 cents, and also 1 ringgit 10 cents. Very short term wise, then you might look at 77 cents. Okay, so we can see that this is what happened later on in last year when it break out above 70 cents and it went all the way to the highest 25 cents. Okay, so EcoWorld is worth looking at it as well with the potential bottoming formation forming, but the entry point will be above 70 cents level if after it breakout. Okay. Okay, so one of the good thing about the this function right over here, sector info, is you can compare to others leading counters in the same sector. Like if we compare EcoWorld to Sunway or IOI Property, UA Development, we can see EcoWorld actually has been underperforming compared in terms of the share price, comparing the another three. Other trees are they are doing actually quite good. Okay. Besides that, we can see we you can also see what other property stocks that available right over here that you might interested to trade. All right, and for this one, it is sorted by based on the market cap, so you can also know that which kind of property stocks that you want to focus. Do you want to focus on those large cap one, or you want to focus on those smaller one? Okay, yeah. So with this over here, sector info right over here, it really can help us a lot to find which are the potential one, especially if we are seeing the whole sector has been moving. The sector, all these stocks, they are moving as a whole sector. Okay, yeah. So for example, Teladan is one that quite actively trading. Okay, when it had the rally in July. Okay, so at this point we can see it has breakouts above the 1 ringgit 20 cents level, and it has been moving in a sideway. Okay, So what happened right here is we do not see a following through increase in the volume. So in for this consolidation right here is a little bit risky to just jump in at this point. Okay, it might come back and retest the warning 20 cents level. If it breaks below that, this could form into a top for Teladan. Okay, so other than that, some other thing like Legenda. Okay, if we look into Legenda, it's just moving sideways. Sunway also had quite a strong rally and the pullback. Okay, for Sunway wise, if we want to draw it, okay, it is a good consolidation whereby if we see the breakout, we might continue to see a pressure upwards towards the more 80 cents level for Sunway for Sunway. Okay. Okay, as for construction wise, let's look at Gamuda. Okay, Gamuda had a special dividend due for special dividends, which gonna X tomorrow on the 13th. Okay, so what we are seeing in Gamuda right now is we are seeing some selling happening today after it has really well resisted at four ringgit level. Okay, yeah. So with the pullback, at this point we are seeing Gamuda is moving in sideway, and suppose it should find more. It should be really good, well supported above 3.74 area. Yeah. Okay. Anytime it drop below, like what happened right here when it dropped below and again it dropped below and we break lower, this would be really worrying, whereby it might form into a strong selling instead. Okay, if we look into like IGM wise, so if you look into IGM wise, hi, sorry, just now I have some technical issues that my internet just kicked me out. Really sorry about that. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are talking about the construction. Okay. The one good thing about construction is we have a really lower base, and like some IGM has still trading at the lower base sides. Okay. So the risk and reward ratio, it will be really attractive for us to um position in some a little bit for stocks like AGM. Okay. Yeah. With the potential upside, we can see from here the potential upsides is about 16, or even if we look into 2 ringgit, that will be about like 20 to 25%, where the downside is only like the downside only like 8% to the recent low of 13%. Okay, yeah. So the risk and reward is it is really attractive at this point, at this juncture, for construction stocks. But of course, you want to choose those with they are reputable construction companies with at a lower base at this point. Okay, so again, we can compare from the performance chart. We can see IGM, Suncon, Kejaya. There has been, these are the top few with the highest market cap. They has been going on. So we just, if we compare to Gamuda, which has been trading much overperform compared to them in terms of the share price. Okay, so this week we have the FOMC meeting. All this. All right, we have the FOMC meeting. Is a very critical week for the tech stocks, whereby if we see any changes on in terms of the tones of the the Fed's chairman Powell, then that could change the whole landscape and also the outlook for the tech stocks. So if we look into some of the tech stocks, like let's start with MPI. Okay, we can see MPI at this moment is forming is trying to forming you can call this is a flag, okay, for the breakouts. All right, okay. So at this point, we can see the supports has been coming in whenever it comes to 28 ringgit plus 28 ringgit 50 cents, and we do not see too massive selling after the recent rally happening. Okay, especially since the low of 23 ringgits. Okay, if we look into Inari wise, I would say that most of the tech stocks they are forming a very similar technical formation, whereby we can see that it again Inari is also pulling back and also holding at the nearest supports. Okay, at 2 ringgit 60 cents. All right. Okay, so we are seeing the market is holding well. The share price has been holding well. So market is having a they are still believing it. They are still believing that what President Powell has mentioned earlier is the inflation reading has been slowing down. It says the interest rate high has giving some positive impact towards the inflation side, and they do not want to keep the aggressive rate high increase for too long. Okay, so if we continue to see encouraging inflation data this week, and and also we might see the Federal Reserve their interest rate decision really act on what the Powell has been saying. From there, we might see that this could be forming into a potential bottom for the tech stocks. Okay, and we will see a more structure, a stronger structure rebound, which is we are seeing the breakout from this level and potentially turning into an upward trend again. Okay, so from there we will see this would be the selling, this would be the sideway, and this would be the rebound. Hopefully, what I'm drawing right here gonna just happen after what we hear from the Fed's chairman this week. Okay, so again, you can from here you can choose some of those that you really like it. For if penny one, if we look into GHM wise, we can see GHM has been all the way selling from 2 ringgit 62 cents and until right now at 66.80 cents. Okay, it has rebound from the recent low of 70 cents and consolidate above the 20 days moving average. Okay, so the rebound from 84 cents area here, it should drive it to 80 cents or further towards the 1 ringgit round figure resistance. Okay, yeah. So tech stocks, it really depend on the how the Fed's tone. Okay, but what we are seeing is holding really well at the support, and it could be a good chance for some of you guys that believe that strong believers that the Federal Reserve gonna slow down on their rate high increase, then you might want to position in ahead because um, usually on Thursday it will be either gap up or get down for most of these tech stocks. Okay, so you might want to position in a small position, so when it gap up you can add some buying at a higher price, and net you have a lower average price. And of course, if it gap down, then you will have a lesser damage done, and you can cut loss and look for a lower support or a more a better timing, okay, to buy again. All right. Okay. So okay. So if we have covered some tech, we have talked about some property constructions, and also we have talked about some super penny stocks. Okay. So for this, and also we have covered some banking. Okay. For this week, the whole direction, it will be really centered on how what gonna be the Fed's doing. Okay, so before the Fed's meeting, we might see minor rebound in the bank side. Okay, and after that we might see we would see more focus into the tech sites, the technology sites, based on the rate announcement. All right. In between, we are also seeing with the new government form, we are seeing trading interest back into constructions and also property, and that could be one of the thing that we might want to monitor. Other than that, it would be the another thing that we can monitor closely will be on the China side. They are expecting um, a spike that they are expecting spike into in China COVID cases, since they have loosening on their COVID restrictions. Okay, so what going to be benefit from it is medical supplies. Okay, medical supplies, the demand for medical supplies will get higher. Okay, so for glove stocks at this moment, like top glove, we are seeing some rebound. Okay, we are seeing a minor rebound. If we continue to break above 86 cents, we might see a more significant rebound to 90 plus cents. Okay, and Hata Lega wise is also not really a really strong rebound at this point. Okay, if you buy on the 3 point turn, you can buy, but with the cut loss at 1 ringgit 55 cents. Okay. Other than that, right, Comnet wise, is going on sideways. Okay, and other than that, the positive thing from the loosening restriction will be the flights. For the Chinese to travels, the travel restriction has been less restrictive. So stocks like airports could be benefited from it. Okay, especially that could be buying ahead on speculation that China gonna open their borders next year. So there will be more flights coming in. Okay, then Genting at this point has been it has still at a lower range side, we can see. Okay, as trading at the support. Okay, OWG has rebounded from the bottom. Okay, in anticipation that the China might reopen, the buying has started to come in on OWG from the speculative side, and also yeah, that will be pretty much we covered pretty much of it. Okay, all right. So before we end the section today, we're gonna go through some of the stocks over that the audience are asking. Okay, like one of it is like Carex. We can see Carex has a very strong upward move. Okay, since 30 plus cents, 37 cents, and all the way until like right now nearly 70 cents. So for Carex wise, we can see that like what happening right here is um the buying volume has still remains still very high. Okay, still very high, and the pullback, the volume is increasing compared to previously. Okay, so there are some distribution happening, but it might continue pressure upwards towards 75 cents, but the upside it's could be limited at this point. Okay, for Carex. On Pelican wise, similarly on Pelican, what we are seeing very one thing that very obvious right over here is we can see that you can see for the average traded volume has been started to come down. Okay, although we see spike in between, but on average side we are seeing the higher it moved down, the volume traded has been going on a declining mode. So it could be in a distribution mode for Pelican. Okay, distribution mode, it means that um, the stocks could be maintaining the price high and then selling to take profits. Okay, as for the Binacom, okay, at this point Binacom we can see the strong volume coming in over here. I think last week or last I think mainly last week after our uh prime minister has announced they're gonna review into the 5G rollout. Okay, so on the awards. Okay, so that actually triggered quite some trading interest into telco, and with the rally happening right over here, we are expecting some slowing down in volume with pullback. We at this point we do not see a strong pullback, so good chance that Binacom it might spot at 26 and 26 half 27 area, and it might continue to trade higher since we are still seeing the volume to be strong on the most recent rally. Okay, I'm gonna take another three more, which is from Mr. Leo Pavilion Rates. Okay, we can see with the interest rate hike happening, like rates, all this thing, most of them they have trading lower. Okay, rates has been trading lower as the interest might move switch slowly to FD rather than putting it in rates, given that they also have a weak economic we the global have a weak economic outlook, whereby everyone has been actually worrying that a recession might hit since early of this year, and couple it with the rate high interest that increased um, the interest into FD rather than putting into risky assets. Okay, so that's why REITs at this point, I don't think REITs is one of the good instruments to put your money into it. Okay, because the returns, risk and return rewards, at this point it could be not really that good at this point. Okay, and as for Aseta, what we are seeing from Aseta is Aseta had a strong rebound. Okay, from the bottom to ringgit 66 cents. Okay, it's a good strong rebound, and we have a false break and rebound over here happening. Okay, and with this rebound, with the potential formation forming from the strong support, we might see further upside on Aseta at this point, given that it's coming end of the year, and we might have some window dressing happening on the next 2 weeks. So Aseta as one of the heavyweights in the index, and that could be lifted up slightly as well. Okay, towards potentially 3 ringgit 40 to 3 ringgit 60 cents area for Aseta. All right. Okay, so the very last one will be PyCorp. Okay, PyCorp by Hassan. Okay, PiCorp, we can see PiCorp has been trading upwards with a suddenly strong volume happening right over here, but we can see like what we are seeing on other counters is it has been trading higher. The volume is still trying to sustain. Okay, the volume is still trying to sustain. So at this point, the distribution might not be done yet, but the upside could be limited. So once you are seeing the average volume, right now is still in this way. Okay, the average volume when it's you start to see that it goes into this way, that you know that PiCorp, although the price could be continue to trade higher, PiCorp could be coming to it could become to the end of the swing already. Okay, it can pull back and then have another move again, or it can just drop all the way down. We do not know at this point. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, so okay, I saw another two or three that quite interesting. So we're just gonna do it really fast, like SFP Tech. With this selling, I would say that with this selling long tails right over here, it there could be quite some buyers caught over here, and they have to cut loss. So in short term, we might see further selling pressure. Okay, for SFP Tech. Similarly, on Synergen, we can see on this breakdown, we might see further selling pressure over here on the cut loss. Okay. Muhiba wise, it's a good bottoming formation up. So for Muhiba, we will see more upside happening on Muhiba at this time. Okay. And last one will be Power Roots. Okay. Good long tail. But like I said, Power Root has been trading upwards for a long time. So although we see a long tail and rebound, it tells us that some are buying on bargain hunting. Okay. But whether it gonna rebound all the way and break the high or not, then that's another questions. All right. Okay, because Power Root actually has been really performing for throughout the year as compared to its peers in the consumer sector. Okay, so that will be all for our last weekly market outlook sections. Okay, we have been running this section I think for more than a year plus. Okay, uh, really thank you very much everyone for supporting this weekly thing, and has been supporting M Plus as whole. Okay, yeah. So do continue to trade with us, and we um also have been planning more interesting events and also programs to be rolled out on not only on our social media but also from offline and online for our company next year. Okay, yeah. So do stay with us and also continue to follow us closely on our Facebook, Instagram, to get more updates from us on other coming events that we're gonna have. All right. Okay. So I wish everyone will have an exciting week ahead. All right. With so many data coming out, so many trading opportunities. Okay. I hope my sharing for you guys for today could help you to make better, make much more this week. And good luck, everyone. Have a good week ahead. Bye bye.